All right. Hi, good day. How you guys doing? Okay, so today, can you guess what we'll be doing? Okay, I believe you can see it on the screen. So, what do you think uh, rabbits and pine cones and what we are going to do have in common? So, they all have what we call Fibonacci sequence. Okay. All right. So I'm working on Jupyter Notebook. If you have a Mac, Python already comes installed in your Mac. So just press Python 3 and you'll be able to write whatever code you're doing. If you have a Windows PC, just press Python. If it's not installed, it takes you uh, to the store, Microsoft Store. Then you can install it. Anyway, why are we doing this? All right, so you can just say, I just put a comment here. So in Jupyter Notebook, just put a comment. All right, these numbers here are codes you have written. I've written 9 codes, I just deleted them. All right, now, what's a Fibonacci sequence? So let's say we have 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Can you guess the next one? 13. So you can see I'm adding the previous numbers, the previous two numbers to get the next number. Okay? Adding the previous two to get the next two. Now, it will just show that if you put it in brackets. So there are some Python um, syntax you have to know. Like, for example, if I say print, maybe Chris, it prints whatever is in that bracket. So if I say 2 plus 4, it prints. So you press Shift and Enter if you're on Jupyter Notebook, then it goes to that. So now I want to generate maybe the first uh, 20 or 100 Fibonacci sequence. I want to generate the first 20 and you see the magic that will happen here. All right. So first of all, I'm going to uh, find a place I will store that. So where we store, so they normally call this an array. So I'll just, let's say Fibonacci sequence. So I want all the sequences to be inside something. So Fibonacci sequence, Fibonacci. Then, so this will be, so so I want to put everything inside this bracket. So that's an array. So we can store it there. This is a comment. So it tells me what I'm doing. So whenever you're writing code, always try to write comment. Now, you can see the first two numbers are 0 and 1. You can start with anything, it doesn't matter. So it can be -1 and 0, it doesn't matter. So I'm just starting with 0 and 1. Now, I want my first number, A, comma B, should be 0, comma 1. Okay, so so I'm giving the first value, so I'll just put a comment. This means A is equals to 0 and A is equals to and B is equals to 1. Yeah, so that's what that means. Okay, if you just press that, it does nothing because you have not told it what to do. Okay, all right, so next, how many, let's say I want to generate n is equals to 10. I want to generate 10. So I just put a comment. So this is, so comment is hash. So this is number of terms I want. Okay, I need 10. Even if you press enter, nothing happens. So I'll just write the code, continue. Now, there's something that is called a for loop. So I'll use a for loop. For, here you can use for anything in the range. For I, you use j, you can use anything. For I in the range in the range of n. So for the first numbers in 10, so for I, for these, anything in the range of 10, since this is I want to tell it what to do next, you see, it gives me an indent. It means for I in the range of 10, do everything I want to say here. So then, you remember I already made a declaration. So this Fibonacci, put something inside. So append. So append is what we use to append things uh, inside that square bracket, which is an array. So append A. So it's going to append A, which is 0. Okay? I'm still telling you to do something. If I press enter, it's still there. So everything in this indent is going to happen in that range of n. Then A, comma B. Remember, A, comma B. So my A and B should be. So I want to tell you what to do repeatedly until it gets to 10. So A, comma B, then remember I'm adding. So if I add A, comma B, so my next number will be B, comma A plus B. What do you think this does? So B, so A, comma B. So append A. So A is 0. Okay? Then what happens? So after 0, how will it get the next number? The next number we already know is 1. Then after that, A plus B. So 0 plus 1, 1. So it continues, it does this until it gets to the 10th number. Even if you press enter, nothing happens. Now, what do I want to do? I'm done with the instruction. I want you to print Fibonacci. So I want you to print that Fibonacci. So I'll just put so I'll just paste there. I'll just paste. What do you think will happen? So it prints the first 10 Fibonacci sequence. The first 10 Fibonacci. So it doesn't matter. So if I put 20 here, it will always give me. So if I put 100 here, it will give me all the 100 Fibonacci, first 100 so starting with 0. So would you have done this with your head or? Yes, so this is why programming is better. So imagine where this kind of programming will be applied. Okay? So this is what Python can do for you. Python can make you to automate things. So you can write this as a script. There's what you call batch script. You can take all of this. You can use the batch scripting. Okay? And just run the file. So this is p. You can put this as a .py file. Okay? You can put for Fibonacci.py. Then you save it in your system. I'm using a Windows PC, so next time I will use my Mac. So you can save it in your system and run Python, then the file. It gives you whatever you want to do. So I'll just recap what we did. So first of all, we created an array. So A is 0, B is 1. You can start with anything, it doesn't matter. So if you start with 0 and -1, let's say I change this to -1, 0. What happens? See, it changes. So this is the beauty of programming. So actually, you can even do this in JavaScript, but I cannot run JavaScript here because the Jupyter Notebook is mainly for data analysis and Python. Now let's see what we can do. Let me just take it back to, let's see what we can do more in Jupyter Notebook. Let's see what we can do more. Okay, let's see. So this is what we have. Now imagine I want to plot these numbers I'm seeing. Let me make it smaller. Let me put 30. 30 is fine. So there's something that is called, I want to import something. You can go to the documentation. Beauty about any programming skill, you can go to the documentation, Jupyter Notebook, documentation. you can just go to the documentation. You'll see everything you need to see there. All code, whether JavaScript, Node.js, uh, Next.js, they all have documentation. Whether you're working with front end, back end, data analysis, robotics, they all. So these are skills I've learned over the years, and I'm just trying to do some little side projects. Okay, so you can always go to the documentation. You can see, you can play with stuff around. You can go to getting started with Jupyter Notebook, and yeah. So always read. Even if you watch videos, trust me, you will not get it. You are just following through. You will not learn anything. So just watch the documentation. Now I want to import matplotlib. Matplotlib dot pyplot. I want to import this matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. So it's a library of things. So I want to import everything here as PLT. So I don't just want to use this full sentence. So just like saying maybe A is, for example, let me see if I can show you what I'm trying to. So let's say um, A is equals to maybe, okay, but so this takes this, okay, so that will take a moment. So let's say A is equals to, I want to assign A to something. A is equals to maybe paper. Okay. Now there will be. Let's see if what will happen. Now let's say, okay, you can see there's a problem. So it tells you there's an error. So you have to put either you put double assign the double quotation or single quotation. Doesn't matter. People say they use double. It doesn't matter which one you use. So now A is paper. So I've assigned A to be paper. Now say if I now say print, if I say print A, what do you think will happen? It prints paper. Yeah, so now this is what I'm doing here. So I'm importing this library. So Python has they have a lot of libraries. You have matplotlib, you have SNS, you have. So if you are into data analysis, you will see a lot of life. So I think it has finished importing. Now let's see. Now PLT dot. I want you to plot something for me. What do I want you to plot? I want you to plot this Fibonacci. Fibonacci when marker is equals to when marker is equals to 0. We'll see what happens. Yes, O. Okay, then I want the title of this plot, plt.title. Okay, I want it to be Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci. So you remember what we just did now? We need either a square bracket. So I just put Fibonacci sequence. So I'm just plotting a table. Now, what do I want again? I want the plt dot label, the label of this what I'm plotting to be index. Okay, then the plt dot the x label, sorry, x label. Then plt dot y label. I want it to be let it be numbers. Numbers. I want the grid. I want it to be grid. Plt dot grid. I want it to be grid, so I want to make it true. What do I want again? So I think that will just show what I've plt dot show. Plt dot show. Yeah, this is what happened. What do you think happened? You see the beauty. So these are skills you should again. everything I've done here, they are all in the documentation. So what I've just done, I've just sketched this number on a graph. So this Fibonacci sequence, these are the numbers. It gives me numbers in that range. So it just gives me the scale. Just like you're sketching a graph. So it gives me the scale. It gives itself its scale. So this is 0, so it continues. So even if I make this, so imagine you want to make it 100. So now these are the, you see this does not change. So you can come here and run all the cells. Just run all of them. So just wait for it to populate. You see what happens. So just see, restart and run all cells. Let's see what happens. Let's just wait for it. Okay. Supposed to. Okay, supposed to have run restart, scan it and run all cells. Let's see. Okay, let's come here. Okay, yes, it's just taking its time. Okay, it's coming. Sometimes it depends on the network or and all right. So this is what happened. So you can see how the numbers are now squished together. So this is what Python. Again, you can also do this in JavaScript, but mainly for data analysis, summarizing data, you mainly use Python. JavaScript is for back end or front end development, front end mainly. Then yeah, so they are mainly so it depends on what you want to learn. So this is it. I hope you get an idea of what you can easily do with programming skills, and that is what we have done today. So take care of yourself, guys. See you.